Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason checking in with you on this beautiful Tuesday morning. So I want to take a couple minutes today to kind of follow up with what Pastor Angie said in her morning check-in video yesterday, as we start to think about some inward focused spiritual disciplines and some practices, and kind of as we begin that with prayer. Yes, yeah, that's the foundation. Getting rooted, getting anchored, getting centered in prayer. It needs to come first before we hope to do in anything else. I mean, prayer goes hand in hand with anything else that we hope to do. So, just for a bit this morning, I just kind of want to talk about. I want to get us thinking about, what's the example that Jesus gave us in terms of prayer. Because the example that Christ gives us is one that I don't know if we do a very good job of following up with today. If you look at the Gospels and you go look at some of these major events, look at some of the miracles that Jesus did. If he fed 4,000, if he fed 5,000, if he healed all of these people, if he's just given if he's just given some kind of great sermon, or if he's just bested the Pharisees with a bunch of parables, whatever it could be. When the disciples came back from their first mission trip and they're so excited and they tell Jesus everything they've been doing. We've been healing people, we've been casting out demons, this has been awesome. After all of these events, after every one of these miraculous things, Jesus goes and retreats back to a mountain, or goes off someplace by himself and prays. Every time there's a major event, Jesus' next step is to go and spend time in prayer. You would think that maybe on the heels of something that was really successful, there might be the urge to, okay, this is right, this is what we're doing, let's just keep at it. We could be tempted to think that, okay, this is it, here's the formula, I can let the prayer stuff kind of fall away. It's clearly I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing. I don't need to hear anything else. Jesus never did that. Every time something miraculous was done, he goes right back to prayer. Every time. And there's this wonderful pattern that's laid out for our example about just how important that it is for us to stay connected, for us to stay rooted, for us to stay centered, for us to stay in constant communication with the one who made us, with the one who sent us into mission, with the one who sent us to work, with the one who's directing us and guiding us and guarding us and all of that. No matter how successful things are going, no matter how well we're doing, no matter how bad things may be going as well, the pattern that Christ modeled is always return to prayer. Always return to prayer. Always recenter. Always refocus. Always go check back in with God the Father. It's not only an issue of checking in to make sure that we're continuing to do the right thing, but it's check in to get refueled, to get refreshed, to go and get some, there's rest in those moments of prayer when we let the Spirit come and speak in to us. That's why we're going to start here before we get to any of the other kinds of practices where we get to any kind of disciplines. It's just because prayer is so foundational. That's the bedrock. Finding that time, finding that rhythm, finding that pattern that gives us just a regular time to go and check in with God, to go and check in to make sure that we're still on the right path, still doing the right thing, going the right places. no matter what's going on around us, no matter how we're doing personally here in this world. You know, that regular constant feedback, regular constant checking in, regular communication with the one who put us here. It's essential, it's foundational. So if you have some time today, you want to grab your Bibles, I just encourage you, go grab, go flip through the Gospels. Stop and read about all of, each time that there's a huge feeding, each time there's a bunch of healing, each time the disciples return from some submission. See what comes next. Jesus always returned to prayer. Always took some time and went and prayed on the heels of all of these major events. That's the kind of pattern that we should be trying to participate in more ourselves. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for checking out our videos. Know how much that you are loved, and we can't wait to see you soon.